Thank you, Jim. So now we're really excited. We have some guests, 3 guests, as a matter of fact, in studio joining us. They are the hotel, we'll call you the Hotel Canandaigua team. Do you think that's fitting?
That's perfect.
So if you guys could kind of go down the line, we'll start with Paul and we'll go this way. Sort of introduce yourself, tell us your name, your title, and what your role is.
Sure. Well, first and foremost, thank you for having us here this morning. We're very excited to be here and talk about our hotel. My name is Paul Walters. I'm the Director of Sales and Marketing for the hotel, and basically overseeing a team that is out there talking about the hotel, gaining guests into the hotel, corporate events, associations, nonprofits, things of that nature, booking events into the hotel.
Nice. And Noelle?
Hi, yes, my name is Noelle, and I am the catering sales manager. So I'm in charge of getting all the groups, sales together, all of the events, weddings, you name it. I will be your point of contact.
That's a big job.
It is, but you know, it's a lot of fun, making people have a good time.
So you oversee the big events?
I do. He's our head guy, but myself and Kimberly Pika do all of the events.
So you have to deal with brides.
I love brides.
You do love brides?
They're my
I say it
people.
in such a name. You have to deal with brides.
There's no dealing with brides. They're a great time.
There you go. And Jessie.
I'm Jessie. I'm the Human Resources Manager at Hotel Canandaigua. So right now, my biggest role is getting that team built. So we have our management team on. We have our catering sales manager teams on. And tomorrow, we're actually doing a job fair at the property. Nice. So we're really hoping to get our core staff, the hourly employees are really going to be those core team members that are going to be hands-on with the guests.
I mean, I'm going to skip ahead because that what you just said segues into one of the questions that I was going to ask you. I know that you have been hiring a lot of people, especially locally, which is so cool, right? How is that process going? Like, how many people have you hired? I believe Darren told me it was seasonal to an extent, right? Like there were going to be more people hired probably in the warmer months, which are coming up. So how's the hiring process been going?
It's been going good. So right now we just have our core manager team, our executive committee team. So we got our director of sales, general manager with Darren that you met before, our catering sales manager, our front office manager, and housekeeping manager just started with us this past week.
Oh, nice.
We've got our chief engineer and our executive chef. He just had his team start yesterday with the banquet chef and the executive sous chef. We have a couple line cooks that will be starting in a few weeks. And I think that's pretty much our core team at the moment.
Are you concerned about the ability to fill out such a large staff in this environment?
I think this is what
it's huge.
Going to be a challenge. There it goes.
Well, there it goes.
There it goes. Yeah, so we've actually had a lot of applicants, which everyone's been shocked and surprised at, but it's getting them to actually respond back and come through the door, I think, is going to be the challenge that we're facing. So we've really put it out there for that job fair tomorrow, walk-in interviews. Anybody who comes is going to get interviewed.
What time is the job fair tomorrow?
It starts at 9:30. Okay. Last call 5:30, and I think anybody who's there will give that chance to interview.
So all day long, you just show up at your convenience. Okay.
Yes.
What kind of positions are open right now?
So right now, if you could go onto Indeed or Hay Creek. Hay Creek Hotels is our management company.
Hay Creek.
Yes.
Yes.
Hay Creek, and so we have. Our food and beverage director starts tomorrow as well, so we haven't really done any hiring for the restaurant at this point, holding heat so he can build his team. But we'll have servers, hostess, busser, runners, back of house. We need dishwashers, line cooks. We need prep cooks, banquet cooks. That's kind of the back of the house. We'll need a front office. We have a front office manager, so we'll need a front office supervisor, front desk staff, night audit. Then moving to banquets, we need banquet servers. We have our sales team together, but we will need banquet servers and a banquet staff. And we need housekeepers, laundry attendants.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a wide range of positions.
Range.
You've got everything from management down to an entry-level position. Do you think it's a place where there's growth opportunity?
Absolutely. So Hay Creek actually has a program that if you start as a housekeeper and you want to be a general manager, they have a program put together to get you there. There's classes, and I haven't actually seen it happen yet because we're too new, but
Right.
they do have programs to get those people that really want a career in hospitality to get them there and where they need to be. So I'm excited to see that in action.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So now we'll switch gears to Paul. What is the latest on the opening date?
We're still on target. May 1st is our hard date that we'll be opening. We're anticipating that we might be even opening sooner than that, but maybe towards the end of March, beginning of April, but May 1st.
So how do you do that when you're a hotel? You set an opening date, and that's when you start taking reservations, and you say maybe earlier. Do you shoot for like full capacity on day one, or?
Well, there's milestones to achieve, right?
Okay.
We're at Tapestry by Hilton as well, so Hilton will come in and gain their approval on that we're on track and able to open. So May 1st we can accept reservations right now. We're not selling the entire hotel at this point. We're down to 33 rooms, I think is what Hilton allows us to do until we actually open. But
Gotcha.
we are actively booking events into the future as well. We've done a great job, and Noelle and Kimberly have done a great job of bringing events to the hotel as early as the end of May.
Oh, wow.
So we're excited about that as well.
Tapestry by Hilton, what is that?
So you've heard of DoubleTree, you've heard
Right.
of other Hilton
Yeah.
hotels. It's a brand within the brand of Hilton. So it's a more relaxed version within Hilton. It allows you, we have brand standards that we have to comply with, and Hilton will hold us accountable for that, and that's great. But it also allows us to be a little bit more flexible, to bring a little bit more of the community flair into the hotel as well.
Okay.
Oh, I love that. And what a community it is. I mean, there's so much going on in Canandaigua, right? And I think that, when I was talking to Darren, he was talking about really theming out some of the spots. He couldn't tell me. There was a cool name that unfortunately I'm not allowed to release.
Right.
It's kind of like a funny, ironic name that's
Right.
going to be for the outdoor. You guys know it. I feel bad that I
outdoor
can't
pavilion,
say
yeah.
it. I want to know what it is. I mean,
I'll tell you.
well, I don't think they can. Can you tell
Oh.
me yet?
No, we
Not
are
yet.
sworn to
It's such
secrecy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a secret. Okay, sorry about that.
TBD.
But I guess how has the process of opening? It's a huge operation, right? So how's the process of opening been going? And any three of you can kind of jump in and add to that question.
Well, I know it's from my point of view, it's a first for me to open up a hotel. I've been involved with Hilton for a number of years, over 8 years. But Darren, our general manager, is a seasoned professional in terms of opening properties. I think this is his 5th time opening a property. So he brings a lot of value and experience with that. And he's been able to guide us. And all of us have several years of experience within the hospitality and hotel industry. So we kind of know what to expect when we open. But we've been doing a lot of things in terms of engaging with the community, partnering with the Chamber of Commerce, working with local vendors, wineries, breweries,
Right.
events or venues that actually do experiences on the lake as well, forming partnerships with that as well. So that's been a lot of fun from my perspective.
Yeah, I think from our team perspective too, we've just been a close, intimate team with the 7 of us for a long time, and we really have gotten to know each other. We're building team building exercises, so we're really a core group, and we can't wait to bring it on and just have that really great atmosphere that we bring. So
And
as a
the
team.
property right on the lake is obviously a huge draw to people too. It's just a beautiful spot to be able to open up a operation like this and create a certain type of experience. Just out of left field, did anybody watch White Lotus?
Yes.
I've seen season 1. But,
He loves
that's
that
about it. Yeah.
I'm obsessed.
Well, I'm just saying in the hospitality industry, that's got to be a little, another angle to that show if you actually work in the hospitality industry. So just figured I'd wonder if you guys seen that.
I watched, I think, a little bit of the first episode, and then I couldn't get into it. But I think maybe I need to give it another shot. Is that?
Give it another shot.
Give it another shot.
It's nothing like our hotel, but I understand why
Right,
people
right.
appreciate it.
No less intrigue and no murdering.
Right?
No,
No
exactly.
murdering. That's
Yeah.
good.
None of all that.
That's a start. So going from there, when guests come to stay, what would be some of the recommendations that you would have for attractions or things to do in the area?
Well, I'll talk quickly about it, but interject if you want. Like I said, we're building partnerships, so we are building packages. And the hotel's really built around not just coming to a hotel and staying, dining. That's obviously, experiencing the dining and food and beverage program, but more of an experience, right? We have a lot of opportunities with the lake life, from activities on the lake to Bristol Mountain, to Roseland Water Park, and obviously the wine trails that are in the area. So we're building packages so our guests can come into the hotel and do an experience, maybe gain a skill, learn something while they're here as well. So we're targeting the young at heart, not necessarily young people, but somebody that's young at heart that wants to really get out and engage with the lake life in Canandaigua.
Sure.
I was like CMAX right there too. So
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
we're really
So
close to
that's
concert
CMAX
venue
and those
for sure.
concerts. So.
Wineries, obviously, as well. And just beautiful looking from the north end down Canandaigua Lake. It's just a beautiful vista. Brett was going to ask, go ahead.
Oh, no, that's fine. I guess, what do you think is the most exciting thing about this particular hotel? And I want from each of you, please. What, in your opinion, what's the most exciting thing? What
I
makes
think
it stand out?
just being on the lake, being part of the community and all that it offers, I think there's a ton in Canandaigua. And it's just it's a destination. It's become a destination over the years. But I think the future growth for more opportunities for guests to come in from not only the local area, but from, honestly, across the world. I think it's gaining a lot of recognition as a destination and vacation resort area. So,
Yeah, to piggyback on that, at least in the event world with all the weddings,
Yeah.
it is a gorgeous ballroom. We have a beautiful outdoor tent. We have about over 15,000 square feet of event space, and each one of them has a view of the lake, which, where else do you find a place like that? We have get-ready rooms for the grooms and for the brides and everybody else in between. So from an event aspect, I see not just your weddings and your social activities, but yes, there you go, you see, it's beautiful. And that's just the big grand ballroom. But from the corporate lifestyle, I was kind of concerned coming out to the lake and wondering how much corporate are we going to actually see? And we're actually seeing a lot of draw for the retreats and for a full week stay. So we may have a corporate group coming in for 2-3 days, but then the actual group themselves are staying for an entire week and making a vacation out of it. So to the experience side of it, they get to enjoy more than just the corporate life, which is pretty awesome in my book. So it's easy to sell.
Love that.
For me, I'm really excited. I've always loved Canandaigua Lake. It's my favorite lake in the area. And so just being right on the water and you're like, oh, okay, I'm going to need to take a break for a minute, and just going outside and being right on the water. It's gorgeous, winter, summer, all year round.
Yeah.
So that's really exciting. And the resort is really coming along, and it's gorgeous. Like she said, the grand ballroom. I love the ballroom on the second floor. That's my favorite, which again overlooks the lake and has a little balcony with the pool, the heated pool that will be open year round. Yeah, it's just exciting.
What is the capacity for weddings?
Okay, so the ballroom, we can fit 300 with a dance floor. Without would be 350 if you're looking for the corporate lifestyle. The tended space is about 130. The Canandaigua ballroom on the second floor is about 75. And then we have 2 smaller breakout spaces. There's about 30 to 50 people. And then you have your get-ready spaces, which is another 20 to 30, plus a private dining room off the restaurant, which also has a view, and that's at about 10 to 15.
Okay.
So we have a bunch of options, no matter what size your event is.
What about the restaurant? What type of restaurant will it be for? I mean, I assume a lot of people from residents will be looking to go out to dinner there.
right. So it's available for our guests, obviously, but also open to the community. It'll be called the Cove Restaurant. It'll be breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and very approachable, but kind of chef's done a great job in putting together a menu. As Jessie mentioned, our food and beverage director will be on shortly, so we'll be finalizing the details for the wine program and the beverage program as well. But very approachable service in the restaurant. Again, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Can I piggyback off of that? Brunch, right? We're going to offer brunch all day, so you
Thank
can
you.
get eggs
Yeah.
at 2 o'clock if you wanted eggs at 2 o'clock.
Right, we'll have something available for our guests throughout the day. There won't be an outlet that will be closed, so there'll be a food and beverage option throughout the day.
Has any of the supply chain issues that have been going on the past year or so affected the progress you were able to make on opening?
Yeah, and we're not immune to that.
Yeah.
We experienced it just like everybody else in the world lately. But like I said earlier, we have milestones that we've set to achieve, and we are achieving those. And product is coming in, and a lot of the product is already here. It's just been a matter of placing it throughout the building.
Is it stressful working in, I would ask working in hospitality in general, but first, like an undertaking of this size, is it stressful? Do you have this sort of anticipation and anxiety leading up to like the opening day? I mean, what's that like being someone when you have a lot of real estate to kind of cover and make sure everything's running smoothly?
Yeah, it would be a lot more stressful if we didn't have a team with us that we do have. Like we've got a great core team members here that are leadership community leadership team. So I think it's more exciting than, there's a lot of pressure there for sure, but I think, we're all strategic in how we approach the opening. From Hay Creek from Hilton, they provide a lot of guidance and expertise as well. So very confident in the process, and it's a lot of fun. So
yeah, it's got to be.
I would piggyback on that. It's been a lot of fun. I've always wanted to be part of an opening, and obviously be on the water as well. And we worked together in the past, so we work well. We already know each other's rhythms and vibes, which is great. But to be able to open a property together and be able to open a property that's like this is a pretty spectacular thing. So I haven't been nervous by any means. I'm just more excited.
It's got to be going to be really satisfying and exciting when the first guests show up at the front to check in and you actually get underway.
Can you imagine? I mean, and so I guess working in the Finger Lakes in hospitality, this is sort of the second leg of that same question. What's it like working in hospitality, especially in this area?
I don't know. It's in your blood. I've been doing this, I'm not going to say for how long, but a long time. And you quickly know as you get into the industry whether you got it or not. It's in your blood. I got into it because I like to be there for people. I like to welcome them into my home. I like to engage with people, learn about people. And we're there for, the good times, the corporate events, the weddings that we have. Those are all just fantastic experiences. And I've been to part of a number of weddings, and they never get old. Still get that feeling in me that part of something special on those dates, whether it be a corporate event or a wedding as well.
What about for you ladies?
For me, I had it in my blood too. My dad gave me the travel bug when I was little, so I knew I wanted to get into hospitality tourism, and what I didn't expect that I was going to end up on the HR side of it. So my job really is to keep the employees engaged and the employees happy, and we have a great program, Hay Creek, for Delight Dollars, that you can really engage your employees and keep them pushing. And again, our team is amazing, and we're just full of energy and positivity and excitement, and so we're really kind of hoping to embrace that when we get all of our members on.
We're looking forward to it. Me and Jim are going to have to come down and once it's really open, we're going to have to come down and take a little tour.
Yeah, you had a visit.
I had a visit, but I didn't really see too much because it was still really under construction at that point. It was like a hard hat area. Mm-hmm. So I kind of walked in and got sort of like the speakeasy. I thought it was a little Renaissance-y feel. I don't know if I'm totally off with that, but it was sort of like this medieval kind of thing, maybe is more of what I was going for. But I got a feel for it, but I didn't really see the finished product. I did go with Sydney to the third floor where I interviewed Darren, and we saw one of the condos, which was really nice. It's just very clean without being over the top, like uptight clean, just very,
great
like
views looking south.
Yes. I think we were on the side of the building where you could see the lake, and then we walked to the other side. So it's a really nice space. We're excited to go check more of it out. Jim, did you have any other questions?
I just think it's great because to see the evolution of the tourism industry here in the Finger Lakes over the last 20 or so years, and it seems like we've gotten to a point now where it's really maturing, and this opening of this facility is just another key piece in the puzzle, and Canandaigua has really become a destination within the Finger Lakes.
Yes.
And so best of luck to you guys. Great work. It's going to be exciting to open. I'm looking forward to visiting, for brunch at 2 o'clock.
Yeah. There you go.
And dinner. And
Jim's coming for brunch, so just get ready to roll out the red carpet, guys.
No problem.
Yeah, so best of luck. It's great.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming in, guys. We appreciate it.
Appreciate the opportunity. Thank you so much.
We're going to take a quick break, but we will be right back.